what's up, folks?
What's going on?
We know this is a little later edition of Grown Man Record Night. We ain't been here in a couple weeks. There's stuff going on. This is not the tightest shot ever.
I thought y'all had a show.
No, we didn't do a program last week. Well, actually,
You shouldn't have done it on my count.
well, what ended up happening was, in my life, my girlfriend's life, the girlfriend's P-pop surprise. We got all this headroom. So I feel like I should do, I'm gonna do the rest. No, I was gonna do the rest of the show like that, Steve. I love somebody. I love somebody.
How's your battery?
My battery's great. How's your damn battery, Steve?
My battery's good.
No, we didn't end up doing the program last week. We had a funeral type situation. Had to go up to Bristol, Tennessee.
How's that?
With my girlfriend. Her grandpappy passed on.
I'm sorry.
And it was a bad situation. So we went up there and did that and had a good time. We had some fellowship and whatnot.
Had some fellowship. Fellowship's good.
So it wasn't a bad deal all the way around, and it was a military funeral, very beautiful thing. You know, had a good time for what it was. But you took a bigger trip than death. What was that called?
I took quite the road trip.
Yeah.
To Denver, Colorado.
Tell me all about it.
All about it.
You got 15 seconds.
It's It's about a 24-hour drive.
Oh,
okay. And then 16 the first day. Stopped in Kansas City.
Kansas City, here I come.
And then on to Denver the second day.
Yeah.
Went to some cool places.
Right.
Took the kids around to the Science and Nature Museum. Zeke the Geek gave us some good recommendations.
So you did. You basically did like the National Lampoon shit. I mean, for real.
Yeah, but it was good. It turned out it was really cool driving across Kansas. Like some people won't travel west driving because of Kansas.
Yeah.
But I thought it was like being on an alien landscape.
Because
it's
nothing.
It's flat, nothing. And then you come across these wind turbines.
Right.
That just look so surreal, and there's like thousands of them.
Really? Why can't we use all of that for our energy here in this country?
Because they're very expensive. Like each one costs
$4 million.
Millions, yeah, something like that. And then some people say you're not making your money. You pay too much money for a turbine to make it work for you, or whatever. But over time, I'm sure if they work properly, I guess it's going to pay for itself.
That's neat. Yeah. I've been as far west as Kansas City. I've not been any further west than that.
I have family in Denver.
Denver, so you guys hung out there for
cousins. Now I have a nephew and his wife and their new baby as well.
Cool. So what'd y'all do in Denver?
Well, we went to a Science and Nature Museum.
Cool.
It was really cool. We went up into the mountains.
Right.
Red Rocks.
Oh yeah.
Which is very cool. A lot of people like to exercise at Red Rocks.
A lot of exercisers?
Lunging up and down the steps.
Hey man, you got to get your heart rate up at least 20 minutes 3 times a week.
And we went to a Rockies game.
Rockies game, Colorado Rockies.
My uncle actually is like head of the ushers in the upper deck.
Oh, okay.
And,
cool.
He moved me into some really cool seats behind home plate.
Nice.
And
who were they playing?
They're playing the D-backs.
D-backs. Woo! So what else? What else went down there?
Well, they also have this really cool thing where you can. Here's one cool thing is you can bring your own food. To the stadium.
You can't for regular tickets.
Yeah, I had a bag with Subway sandwiches, chips, peanuts, and drinks, and they let you come in with it.
What?
It's also the place, Blue Moon. Their brewery is in the stadium.
Oh, yeah. I knew it was part of the Coors Brewing Company, which
is it part of Coors?
Colorado.
Yeah, Gold.
I think it wasn't originally, but they ended up picking them up.
Sure.
They bought them.
Sure.
Why wouldn't you?
But we got to sit in a booth. And they give you a couple mics, and you do play-by-play. And I brought a clip.
You brought a clip?
I brought a clip. Do we have a clip?
We got a clip?
Is there a clip?
Jay, did you get a clip? You put it in there? Okay, we're going to take a look at this clip. We'll be back here.
Can we mount the clip?
So glad to see you here on Grown Man Record Night. We'll be back in just a second.
Throwing it around the infield right now, getting ready for the big game. The D-backs have won 7 of their last 11 games and are in 3rd place in the NL West behind the Dodgers.
In the last 11 games, the bullpen is 7 for 7 in save opportunities with a 2.83 ERA, 9 ER, and 28.2 IP.
Rember Shane Company, Jeweler of the Rockies, is a proud sponsor of what we're doing here today. And remember, Grown Man Record Night for all your vinyl needs every Friday night on Ustream.tv. Grown Man Record Night. Great show. What do you think about Grown Man Record Night?
I have no idea.
You ever seen it?
No.
You
can't blame me because I'm only 10.
Well, center fielder Charlie Blackmon. He's a left-handed batter. He has a mighty beard. The wind-up.
Yeah?
He's throwing back to first base. And he threw it wild. He's going to go to second on that. He may even take third. He's going to third. He's going all the way to third base.
I don't understand any
Once
of this.
again, Grown Man Record Night every Friday night. But you know what? We're going to sign off right now because we want to go to our seats.
No, we don't, and no, we won't.
Thanks for listening, everybody. And remember, Grown Man Record Night. Oh, finally,
What
Olivia
was
has
that
chimed in.
All right, that's pretty cool, man.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. Talking with you about it, I think you would have really liked that.
Oh, yeah.
Because you said something about growing up.
Oh, when I was a kid, I've been such a big Cubs fan for my whole life, and Harry Carey was one of my biggest idols growing up. I used to take an old cassette recorder, and I would do a play-by-play for games. And I've got a stack of audio cassettes that I did right before my voice changed. So everything I'm saying is kind of like this. And Ryan Sandberg steps up to the plate, takes an inside fastball for ball 1. You know, Sandberg has really come on here in the last couple of months. We were really worried about him early in the season. There's a strike over the outside corner.
Do you still have the tape?
Yeah, I've got them all. And
Okay.
they're spot on, but they're right before my voice changes.
We probably need to hear that one day.
Yeah, one of these days we're going to pull it. It's analog. It's on cassette.
Sure.
That's all analog. So maybe we'll do that.
Okay. It was fun.
That's good time.
On the way back, it was 12 and 12 hours. We stopped in Columbia, Missouri, right outside of St. Louis.
Bring the music down just a little bit.
We did stop and
Yeah.
visit the Arch in St. Louis, which was really, really cool.
Yeah, cool. I've been to the Arch. That's one of the landmarks I have been. I've been up to the top and all that.
It's really neat. We didn't go inside. There was too many people.
And as a Cubs fan, I fucking hate St. Louis.
There were
Still.
Cubs fans everywhere because
Really?
it was an afternoon game against the Cubs, and the stadium's a couple stones throws away.
I saw the stadium and Saturday night last week. I was pretty stoked because I don't have the cable television, I got back from the funeral situation and from Bristol, and I get back to my home base, and I'm flipping around. I'm like, I don't really feel like going through a whole bunch of rigmarole to find something to watch. And I'm like, oh look, Cubs Cardinals live primetime baseball. And Cubs got stomped. It made me so mad. I came in here and put some music on and had the baseball game on. I'm like, man, this is just perfect life, cold beer. And then it's like 8-1. And I'm like, oh, I kind of want to hang myself at this point. Mm-hmm. You go from like, this is the greatest situation that could ever be, to like, I don't care. I'll drink Drano. Whatever. This is the worst ever.
Baseball.
That's baseball. That is baseball. That's the best way I can describe a baseball
That was
fan.
our baseball segment tonight.
That's our baseball segment. Let's talk about what we played tonight. Played a lot of shit because you got here so goddamn late,
I didn't play
Steve.
nothing. I apologize. I had another obligation, shooting video of one of the best local cover bands that there is.
Terrific.
They are amazing. They play a lot of big places other than just this area.
Michael T can throw it down.
Michael
now.
Thomas is
The
incredible.
name of the band is Envision.
Yeah.
And if you're in the southeast area, I know we have some cats from South Carolina, Georgia, and whatnot. If you get married or you're throwing your parents an anniversary party maybe or something cool and chill like that, look up Envision.
Envision NC.
Envision
is the
NC?
Facebook, yeah.
For real, folks.
I don't know if they put a lot of clips, but we're working on that.
They bring it.
It's 12 people, a singer and a male singer and 4 female singers.
Like backup singers?
They're backup, but they all step up and do their own thing. We got everything from Aretha Franklin to the Pointer Sisters to, you know, it's really, really good.
That's good. That's good stuff.
But
man.
they're doing Chicago, and they're also doing Sly and the Family Stone and Uptown Funk. And,
everything you want to hear, like at a wedding or a
but yeah,
or
take
a
it
birthday
to
or
the nth degree. They got a horn section.
Or if you just want to throw a good get down party, you know, no slow jams, no shit to bring you down.
Yeah,
they'll put you right there where you need to be. Jay, why don't you help us a little bit? We're talking about the beer we're drinking this evening. We drank a lot of Corvette Summers, which I got Steve one here. Corvette Summer is a drink I learned about.
It looks
from,
like bull semen or something.
It's a Josh Homme thing I learned about the desert. It's like the white tequila and grapefruit juice, lime juice, tonic. It's called a Corvette Summer, named after the shitty ass movie.
It's
with
messing
Mark
up
Hamill.
it's messing up my statins, but it's good.
It's good stuff. And because I've stopped drinking that because I drank so much of that early in the evening, I'm drinking a Natty Greens Freedom American IPA for the 4th of July weekend.
Natty Greens is a Greensboro.
It's a great, fresh, local brewery.
It is good.
And look at what we got going on there.
Oh,
Jay! God damn it, Jay!
What did you suck that thing?
You know what? Let me tell you something, folks. Yesterday, I walked up in my damn work attire and bought some beer. Got up to the counter, and I never do this. I'm just like, I'm just going to use a self-checkout. Jerked one of the goddamn bottles right out of the thing. Baboosh! Right on the floor. Everybody turns around. Meh? Meh? And I'm standing there like, I don't know. I didn't wait to do it. It was a big ordeal. And it sucked. I told the guy, I was like, look, man, again, I apologize for that was a stupid move. There was something, I was trying to scan the boop across the, and the thing fell out, and I felt like an idiot. And so I was like, look, man, I'm sorry. I'm not just some idiot up here. I made a mistake, and I'm sorry for it. I kept saying it over and over, like, look, I understand. You got it. He was like, no, man, it's fine. And then he brought a bucket up there, and he had a mop, and I'm like, God, I feel like such an idiot. And I'm just like, I'm sorry, man. I just made somebody's workday like shittier. There's nothing worse in the world than knowing that you just made somebody else's workday shittier for just nothing other than being a dumbass.
But that is their job, though.
It's
break
true,
something, they have to clean it up.
So I bought these beers today and came home, and I was getting them out of the car. Da-douche! In the driveway, and I broke one. 2 days in a row, I've broken beers that had no business being.
The second one was karma.
The dead
saying,
dog that you sold?
No. It was saying, hey, remember that guy that you made clean the floor? Now I'm going to take one of your beers away from you.
Yeah.
Da douche.
That's how it works. She ain't no dead dog. She's only a dead dog.
What did we play tonight? Because I wasn't here. Tell me about it.
Started with a little freaking Traffic. Best of Traffic. This is the only Traffic I own. What a great freaking record, man. It's way psychier than I thought it was going to be.
I do love the early Traffic. I love most Traffic.
Great, man. And this is, I got this for $1 at a local spot. And it's in great shape considering what I was doing with it. I mean,
What are you doing with it?
Record babies on it. We call them 45s around my way. Little Mikey Bananas record babies.
Nanners, that's what we're calling you.
Nanners. That's good, girlfriend. Yeah, see there? Nanners. No, plantains.
I like nanners, but
Work it out.
suck it.
Around the corner. Let's work it out first. I busted out a little Passport I picked up just a couple weeks ago from the same spot for $1. This is Garden of Eden. It's the one I've not had. This is 79. Little Krautrock. And it wasn't too bad. It had I was telling the girlfriend earlier, it had elements of just out of this world musicianship mixed with Tim and Eric soundtrack.
Okay.
Yep.
The keyboard and
Yeah.
it kind of had both of those. So you were like, wow, these guys are really good, but boy, you sound really cornball on this certain track. You know, there was some elements of that, but it's not a record I would pass for a buck, for sure. What's going on over there?
Don't worry about it. While you guys, I'm not in this segment.
Can't hear you. Can't hear that.
I'm not in the segment, so while you do this, I'm going to go out and get a couple things I need to get.
Okay. All right.
Continue.
Steve's leaving.
Continue.
Busted this out because it was something I thought about early in the week. Mingus Moves. It's actually the only Charles Mingus I have. It's 74 on Atlantic, and it's one of my favorite jazz records that I do own, I have to say. That's really up there. You know, me and the girlfriend sat down and had a good time with this a little bit earlier.
Did I played some Tetris?
Yeah, the girlfriend was playing some Tetris. It was, but it's just what a great jazz record. Oh my. And then, speaking of that, we were talking while we were sitting around hanging out after that and decided we needed to hear the side of, You decided we needed to hear the side of the Deftones White Pony album, which includes Passenger, which has got Knife Party, which is one of my other Deftone favorite tracks, as well as Korea. But Passenger with Maynard on vocals, so you got Chino and Maynard on vocals, that is one of the best tracks ever in rock and roll music. I mean, my opinion only, of course.
Nope.
But that's up there. That's not my favorite Deftones record. I love it. It's not my favorite track with Maynard probably ever, but that song together, collectively, Passenger, one of the best rock songs ever recorded. It's just, it just hits right there where you're supposed to be. Where you're supposed to be. I decided to bust out a little one-off for some reason, and I threw out a little Jive Bunny in the Master Mixers, which was a dig of the week a few weeks ago. Let's Swing Again, a B-side, a Little Brown Jug. For some reason. That's actually from that same dollar spot, and I've always had a little soft spot for Jive Bunny in the Master Mixers. But for some reason. Actually, I'll tell you the reason. And I went down this week, you know, for the job. I did a little normal business this week, and then for Wednesday, I went down to Oak Island, North Carolina. I did another report on shark attacks, and spent a little time at the beach with a reporter. And it reminded me there was a time I went down, and I specifically remember, I think it was a Roses or something, right there on Oak Island. I picked up a ka-single, which is a term I really love, ka-single. I picked up the ka-single of Faith No More's Epic.
Oh.
And then I picked the other ka-single I picked up was Jive Bunny and the Master Mixers for the A side of that, which I can't remember. It's like, yeah. But those are two I picked up, and I jammed them in my Walkman. I went up on the pier at Oak Island and fished in like 89, 90. And I was just, you know what I mean? It's a good story.
I was there.
That was very ironic that you found.
Don't call me an Iron, Jay. But it's good stuff. That's all good business. Who didn't love?
Did you get?
Pick up the mic, Jay.
Since they were Roses, were they discounted?
No. Let me tell you something. Me and my mom used to go up to Rose's to get the nachos and cheese at the snack bar. They had really good nachos and cheese. Rose's, South Main High Point. It was so good. Blackbird, City Life. Woo! What a great funk record. I love the Blackbirds, a project of Donald Byrd and some of his music students from college, and played side A, which features City Life, which has been sampled by so many hip-hop artists over the years, and it's just a really great funk record, man. If you've never picked this one up and you see it for a decent price, I think just go on and do that. It ain't gonna cost you nothing. Go on and get some of it. It's a great, great funk record. I'm getting ready to talk about this record, and Steve ain't even in here. I played this, Steve. What a terrific record. Stabbed this one for just $5. 81, the old Warner. King Crimson Discipline. Girlfriend said she wanted to get a tattoo of that.
This album.
Girlfriend says she wants a tattoo of that.
That would be a great tattoo. This album changed my life. That's all I'm gonna say. This album changed my life. It was a night in Athens, staying at a friend's house.
You didn't see him live or nothing?
No. We actually went to see.
What's the first Crimson album you heard? Or did you pick them up?
It was this album.
Really?
Yeah, it was this album.
So you heard this and then went back and all
that.
that?
Yeah.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
Hey, there ain't nothing wrong with that. I did that with...
It was a very late night, and it was one of those things, as dawn comes up, he put this on, and it just... Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
The Frippertronics, the overdubs, and it just kills me.
I have to say...
And then, I'll tell you what, though. The other thing about it is seeing them live, and you don't think they could play this like this. This is studio work, right? No, this is how they play it. And it's just amazing that they can play it live, and it's just amazing that there's musicianship at that level, you know.
This is something I don't know that I've ever been prouder of my girlfriend. Earlier, we played this record, this King Crimson Discipline record, right?
Yeah.
And I said, guess who's this is their favorite band, and specifically their favorite musician. And she guessed Danny Carey.
True.
Exactly right. 100% right.
In fact, he talks about
Tool's favorite band
song,
collectively is King Crimson, and specifically,
might be the Shelters.
and I didn't expect her to know this, but Maynard and Danny Carey, I think Adam Jones maybe. Robert Fripp is like their favorite musician collectively of all time.
They played in front of Crimson. I think they played in Winston-Salem or somewhere.
We played the Tool played the.
Well, Tool played with King Crimson.
Really? How long ago?
Maybe 10 years.
Okay. God. We played some after party for Tool.
Yeah.
Where Ziggy's?
At Ziggy's.
At Ziggy's?
Yeah. So you went to the Tool concert, you got in for free at Ziggy's and heard us and some other bands play.
Wow.
But
I'll drink to that.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
But that was pretty impressive, because she didn't just say Tool.
No.
She said Danny Carey, which is... That's pretty spot on, I have to say. Even for not even for a chick, but for a dude, that's spot on.
On the mic.
Oh no, we had to play.
Put your penis on the mic. I was tuning in.
Yeah.
I was in Mount Airy at the Andy Griffith Playhouse, by the way.
Interesting.
Amazing. Anyway, but when I tuned in to see if you guys had started the show yet, this was what was playing.
Yeah, so we had to play it because what's his name is dead.
Chris Squire.
Chris Squire.
Ah, what a loss. What a loss. That, Yes introduced me to prog. I mean, they didn't say, hey, Steve Jones. But, when I heard Fragile, I think it was probably the first Yes album I heard. In its entirety. It just blew me away.
Yeah, and we have some better Yes albums over here, but that one's good. It's different, it's later, it's poppier, but...
I got to see Yes at Greensboro, not too, 10 or 12 years ago.
Wow.
And Chris Squire, at one point, because Andy, the bass player for Leadneck, was with me. He was, of course, focused on Chris Squire the whole time because he's a huge fan. And he's watching him, and at some point, he starts playing one of the basses, and you had this look on his face like he got really pissed off, like guitar tech probably tuned it wrong or did something. Kind of gave him one of those looks, and just handed the bass back to him. But amazing, amazing band, amazing musician.
I know he's dead on it. He's dead.
I should have brought fish. I wasn't prepared for the regular.
Yeah, no. There's some. The cameraman I know's got several.
Well, there's a Chris Squire, Fish Out of Water, I think is the name of it. I have it.
Solo?
Yeah, solo.
Really? I've not heard that. I'll be honest. Hey, we busted this out. So, fuck him, his dad or whatever. Bust out a little Jane's Addiction, nothing shocking. Not really. He's a terrific musician. I appreciate any musician. I know the plight. I've lived the plight. I know the plight. A little nothing shocking. This is an OG 88
really?
Warner Brothers. Yes, sir.
Where'd you get that?
I've had it a little bit. I paid a little bit of money for it, and we played a little money
Was
on
it
it.
88? I saw those. I saw them in Athens. A lot of dry ice and smoke and
Heroin.
Then
A lot of heroin.
he comes out with no shirt and purple
Yeah.
hair, and it was just had this really crazy feel to it.
You know, the great story, the producer that the 5 L's worked with so much is he's good friends with Perry Farrell, and he played on Perry Farrell's and engineered and produced the solo albums for Perry Farrell.
Perfect.
Porno for Pyros, he did some things on, and but yeah, he's a guy that's hung around them a lot, and which is weird because he's a great audio engineer, so he's very technical, and he's a computer guy, and so he's not a guy that's like, oh man, let's go out and burn he's a much more strategic kind of guy, but he can give you some insight about
Who are we talking about?
Thomas Johnson. How
I was like, wait, who are we talking about?
how messed up Perry was back in the day, and Dave Navarro, and some interesting dynamics there between when you get into that situation when you got a couple guys in a band that are like all the time. How do you still record and you play shows and you make things
you got
that
to have
people
somebody
really
that's not doing that. It's
wanna
really,
be
really strong.
Right.
Producer type.
That's my takeaway.
Everybody
from
needs
that.
a George Martin.
Right. And he was kind of that guy. And he's always been just a strong man with a long, hard man bone about him.
Yes.
Am I saying this the wrong way?
Nope.
A long,
It's
hard
the 4th of
man
July
bone.
weekend, folks. You guys
Long,
not
hard
patriotic?
man bone. That's a good song title.
Jay, get on the mic.
Long,
Get on
hard
the mic.
man
Tell me about
bone.
this record you picked up today.
No, I didn't pick it up.
I heard.
Today.
I tuned in again. I was periodically because I didn't want to use up my data, but
This would have been a dig of the week,
I
right,
was
Jay?
periodically
No.
tuning in, and
Yeah,
this
record
popped
show.
up, and it was playing a song, "Symptoms of the Universe," a Sabbath song.
This is a Sabbath album, basically.
Yeah, it's
Jay?
Ozzy playing Sabbath songs with his
Oh, it
band.
is?
Yeah, it's like Tommy Aldridge on drums.
Dude,
and
I did not
Brad
know
Gillis
that.
on guitar.
Very nice.
I was familiar with the title of the album, but I guess I'd never heard it because I didn't know it was
I
all
was the
Sabbath.
same
Holy
way.
crap!
That's right after Randy Rhoads
Yeah,
died.
it's really, really good.
It's basically a
I'll
Sabbath
give you
record.
$10 for it.
Here we go.
No, Steve.
He paid $7. I was like, I'll give you $10.
That's pretty
That is
cool, though.
really,
I've
really
not heard
cool.
that before. Busted out a little. It's 4th of July. We're going to blow stuff up. One of my favorite things to play during this time of the year, even though some people won't necessarily approve of it. West Point Music, United States Military Academy, and
Awesome.
I played the side that had the Star Spangled Banner, the official West Point March, Graduation March, and Reveille Formation on it. I think this is from the freaking. God, I looked this up before. It's early.
That's probably your most valued album, by the way. I just want to let you know that.
You think so?
Yeah.
Really?
You'll never. It always blows your mind as to which one actually is the rarest and worth the most money or whatever. But stuff like that sometimes will pop up
Yeah.
as like just amazingly,
And it's
sought
pretty
after.
cool. I mean, I really do love like Memorial Day, 4th of July, busting out this record because it's it's just a little quick reminder of hometown business. I don't know what that means.
What do you got there?
McGregor.
I haven't
Something I've
seen
had-
that before.
Yeah, I've had this a while. This is Beck, the New Pollution, which is
It's a 12-inch?
it's a single off of the
Odelay.
Odelay, but we listened to side 2, which had Lemonade, which is a previously unreleased track. Also, Richard's Hairpiece, which is the remix by Aphex Twin.
This lemonade is pretty good.
Look at that.
Okay. That's your guy.
Fan-freaking-tastic. It's been a couple months since I busted that mug out.
I do love Beck.
Oh, man.
I love the fact that he's a Scientologist.
Reminds me of Racer X.
Because my wife has trouble with that, the fact that he's a Scientologist.
I drove past the Fellowship yesterday a
Did
couple
you?
times, going to where they
You
were
should
digging
come. You should come visit.
They were digging out human remains.
I'm going
where I was going.
I'm going in a month to training to teach sex education at the function.
Yeah.
That's fucking hot. Dude.
Is that hot?
You know,
On the mic.
I can't.
You know, right past that, they were digging up human remains in Pofftown.
Were they?
Yeah, that's where I was.
That's where they found them. Oh.
That's where I was out that way. I was
Okay.
like, oh, I know where this is.
What'd you play next?
Jay, tell me about it.
I'm here to keep it moving.
Another one I picked up at the record show.
Oh,
this
record
weekend.
show. So it's a dig of the week, really.
Kind of. This
Don't
is
tell me
Grateful
about
Dead,
it.
American Beauty.
American Beauty.
Yeah, man.
That's a lot of
I
people's
think it's
favorites.
their.
That might be my favorite.
What, like 1970, 71,
Oh,
something like
it's
that?
no, it's
70.
Yeah, 70.
Yeah.
That's a late. I think that's a 77 repress.
One
It
of
was good,
one of my
man.
favorite songs, just to play, is Ripple. It's just if you wanted to end a show, if you pulled out and played Ripple, I think.
Pulled out.
I think that
I've pulled out and played
it
the
would be
show a
great.
few times.
It's just a great way to end a night with.
And 3, 2, 1. That was a good record, though. I have to say, the Grateful Dead. That's one of those bands I wasn't the biggest fan until later in life, and that's a great record.
It's a
Good
great
score,
record.
Jay.
Thank you.
Good score. I couldn't do a 4th of July show without playing this record.
Still good.
Bruce Springsteen, Born in the USA.
I thought if I'd have
and,
gotten here earlier, I would have played like a set. I like to play sets, and I would have played like a Freedom
We did a
set or
few
something.
one-off things, but not really.
Yeah.
Look at his butthole right there. You think he had to wipe real good before he did this photo shoot?
Is that
he
not a
didn't want-
body? Is that not a body double?
It could be a body double.
I think that's Springsteen's ass.
I bet his.
He's got like my ass, which
His-
is like no ass.
I bet his butthole smells like '80s Big Macs. The real Big Macs.
No, I think it's White Castle.
White. Oh,
Yeah.
I don't know. I never.
His bunghole smells like 80s
I never
White
saw
Castle.
a White Castle in the '80s, so I can't attribute to anything.
One thing we learned on the road trip is White
Road trip.
Castle. White
Road
Castle
trip.
has
Road trip.
a veggie slider. They have a veggie
Really?
slider.
I don't need to do with that. I want nothing to do with that.
Well,
It
if you
could
have
be good.
vegetarian, I have 4 people. Half of them are vegetarian. It's trouble, and it's just always a struggle to find good places. Not that it's a good place, but to find places that can cater to meat eaters and vegetarians in a fair sense. You know.
A fair sense.
Yeah. Well, I can go to a vegetarian restaurant. But I'm gonna enjoy. I will enjoy the veggie whatever chicken thing, but
Yeah.
I'd prefer to have a piece of chicken.
Sure.
But a place, some places actually find a way to meet the needs of everybody.
Meet the needs. MEAT. No MEAT. I don't know. I don't know nothing. Let's
Hey,
go to-
I want to. Last night I was sitting around because I've got a cold,
yeah.
so I took some cold medicine,
Yeah.
and I was just watching documentaries all night. And have you seen Marin?
Yeah.
I want to ask you, have you
The
seen any of
show?
the show, Marin?
Oh yeah.
Okay, I figured that'd be
Oh,
right up your
yeah.
alley.
Yeah, man.
Right up your alley.
That's one of Finn's favorites.
But I watched 2 other well, that wasn't a documentary, but I watched 2 documentaries. One was Gonzo.
Oh yeah, I've
It's on,
seen that.
it's on Netflix, I think.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Really good.
Absolutely.
And the other one is called Winnebago Man.
Yep, I've got it in my queue, and a dude has been blowing me up to watch
gotta
this.
see it.
Yeah.
I wish we'd just show the clip of the Winnebago Man, but everybody's probably seen it.
Yeah.
And it's an amazing documentary about finding this guy. And he takes him to the Found Footage Festival.
Really?
Yeah. So you got to see it. I thought it was really good. But there's a documentary that I wanted to see that I can't get my hands on, but I think it's only available Netflix DVD, which is totally irks me. It's called Tom Dowd.
You gotta get your monster cables.
It's called Tom Dowd and the Meaning of in the Language of Music. It's about Tom Dowd, the guy, basically the innovator who basically was innovation of multi-track recording. He recorded like Layla, and there's tons of other artists, but it's a documentary I want to see really bad. If anybody knows where I can watch it, other than having
I
to
don't-
go DVD or whatever,
I don't know about that one.
please let us know.
Yeah, I'd like to see that.
Okay.
I love when the Buddy Holly story was like, just run that back and have me play over top of myself. He's like, where'd you learn about overdosing? Same place you did, old Les Paul. I love that. It's one of my favorite lines ever. I syncopate my clap with my talking.
I'm ready to do some digging.
Let's do it, baby!
Woo! Some music to go with it.
Dig of the week. Jay's got some stuff he needs to bring up here too. No,
Jay's
you
got some stuff. You
man.
got some stuff, dude.
No, don't front, dude.
Hey, Jay, pick up a mic. I want to ask you something.
Yes.
This week, you took part in a concert that I want to know. I want to hear a little bit about.
Yeah, I did.
You went to a Rolling Stones concert.
I did. That was Wednesday night in Raleigh.
Was it at the football stadium?
Football stadium, and it
NC
was,
State's
and that was the most sold out concert I've ever been.
So what was it like in a stadium show?
That was my first big stadium show I ever went to.
Well, you know, they did stadium shows a lot back in the 70s, then they kind of got away from it. But for the Rolling Stones to do a tour,
the first thing I thought about that you said that is, if they didn't have a big screen, I wouldn't pay money to be.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, not like.
I think that's required of such shows nowadays.
Yeah.
Though, don't you think?
Yeah, but no, it was I paid a lot for the tickets. Well, face value. I paid $100.
I don't think you paid a lot.
That was face
I think
value.
$100 is a great price to pay to see the Rolling Stones on probably what might be their last tour.
That was the second
More
tier
than
too. They were sold out of the bottom tier, which was like 75.
Was that upper level?
Yeah, upper level,
In the
like
stadium?
Well, you saw the pictures.
I saw the picture.
It was a good angle. I mean,
I thought it was okay for $100. I mean, just see the Rolling Stones.
but you're still a long ways away though in the stadium. That was the thing.
Did they bring it?
They were good. They were better than I thought they'd be.
Really?
They're live. They're like Springsteen. They're like the Flaming Lips. They're like they're like Los Lobos. When they go live, it's like there's something special about them.
Yeah. So, I wasn't expecting a lot, but I felt like I got my money's worth in my life. That's the first concert I've been to in a long time where I felt like I got my absolute money's worth.
Cool.
So
Very cool.
And the
Jay,
Avett
why you
brother,
got the microphone, man? Why don't you bust out some shit from the record show?
Jay went to the record show.
There was a
Jay
record
went to
show,
the record show.
That you didn't go either.
You and I still haven't gone since they moved it. They moved it out to Clemens.
Right.
And I want to go. And when I saw what Jay hauled in,
oh Jesus,
I really want to go.
Yeah.
Because
really,
I was really blown away by a few of these.
I'm just gonna blow through these, Jay. Grab the mic and just get on these and blow through them. We got, because between the three of us, we got a shit ton of records.
I spent a lot of money.
This is a special edition Grown Man Record Night.
USA, baby, 4th of July.
I got
I'll
three.
shit on your neck, son. Woo! I'm sorry. I don't know nobody.
Shit on your neck.
I'm sorry.
Sound like Ric Flair. I got Autobahn by Kraftwerk.
Okay.
I was digging through. This is one where me and Mikey B were just talking about. You go to these things and they have some of these booths are like $2, but you gotta dig to find. It's like going to the
it's a $2 booth?
Wow.
It was like $2 or $3 booth.
Oh, you're shitting in my
and if
mouth.
you dug through them, you can really find some good stuff at these shows.
Go through all
Picked
three
up
of those.
The Doors, L.A. Woman, which I'd been looking for. I paid maybe a little bit too much for what I got, but
Oh.
it's a 72 repress, I believe.
Nice.
So
Still in its original shrink wrap, by the way.
yeah, still in the original shrink wrap. It's got the original.
And by the way, we need to mention, 44 years ago today,
Right.
Jim Morrison died.
Crazy.
I brought weird scenes inside the gold mine.
Nice.
That maybe, if we want to play something off L.A. Woman or this, we can, just in case. But we got to play something for the Lizard King must get his time.
I'm the Lizard King.
But you were talking about, I was talking about Kraftwerk. I picked these ones I picked up.
This is where I'm shitting in my mouth right here.
Which one? Radioactiva?
Radioactivity. No, both of them, but really.
And Trans Europe Express. I think $3, and I did pay $5 for the Trans.
Show it.
Show it, baby.
You showed this one.
I love that cover though.
I love this one, Radioactivity,
Yeah.
the cover, and it starts with the Geiger counter.
Yeah.
These are represses,
These are like
but
95
these are
repress.
pristine, and I'm
Yeah, look at
I'm
the
so
vinyl.
jealous.
And I picked up Kiss. This is just kind of filling the hole. I had this on one of those Kiss
And you know, I
collection
know
things.
John Tambroni probably is really excited to see these really nice represses.
He's a Kraftwerk guy.
Well, he helped me. I wanted to buy my son some records, and he wanted some house music stuff that I just couldn't find myself buying. And so I went to John. I said, John, please help me with Kraftwerk. He loves house music. Tell me what I can get. So he helped me, choose Man Machine to open his mind to something real. Anyway, sorry to interrupt.
Interrupt Jay.
I need a break.
You can interrupt Jay.
Jay's on a roll.
No,
So you never see Jay. But
I got this one the week before. This is Elvis Costello.
My Aim Is True?
No, this year's model.
Okay.
This is the follow-up to My Aim Is True.
Okay.
I think it's 79.
It's got the
Promo
CBS.
copy.
is that a
Promo copy.
Hasselblad camera?
Yeah, or a Bolex.
Bolex. Yeah, that's probably
That was actually an eBay purchase I received a week and a half ago.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a
Really
cool
good record. It's similar to My Aim Is True, same vibe. So. And this is one I was telling Mikey B the story about. I met up with this guy this week,
radio.
and he had about 200 records he was wanting to sell, and he said, "I'll just let you go through them." And
What
see
is that?
This is the Beach Boys. This is Smiley Smile and Friends, a double.
What?
And
Smiley Smiles on
It was
there?
it was kind of a weird story. We're talking. The guy didn't know what he had. Like, he had a bunch of Beach Boy stuff, and he had some Led Zeppelin stuff that I didn't have. That he all bought, like OG.
Smiley Smile is that album that didn't get released, right?
That's what I was thinking. I'm not sure.
It's on Discogs.
Oh, well, yeah.
You're on Discogs, Jay.
But Heroes and Villains is a really, really cool song.
Oh, my
I think
God.
Wes Anderson
On the
uses
Small
it.
Sessions.
Yeah.
See, that's what I asked. I don't
It's
know
a great,
Yeah.
great.
Well, I met up with this guy, though, and he had these, he had 200 records. I went through them, and I found 4 records I liked. 2 were Beach Boys, 2 were Zeppelin. And these were records he had first pressings of.
What were the Zeppelin records?
1 and How's the Holy I got.
Speaking of which, Ledneck will perform next Saturday.
Next Saturday?
Yeah. And King at Legends.
It's a PSA.
No, that was a commercial.
Yeah, that's a commercial.
But, so I met him up, and he's 75 or 80 years old. And he was like, well, pick out the ones you want. So I picked out 4 records. He's like, whatever you want, I'm going to go in there and donate to the library. Because I met him up in the library. That's where he wanted to meet at. And so I picked out the 4, and I was like, what do you want for these? He's like, I don't know, $2 or $3.
What?
Yeah.
Like total.
What?
Yeah, total.
Oh,
Jay
man.
says.
And I was like, nah. He's like, I was like, that's not right. I was like, I'll give you $20.
Oh,
for
you
'em.
didn't want to give him that
Yeah.
$2 or
I was
$3.
like, I'll give you $20 for them or something like that. But I'm not going to give you $5 for them.
Well, hats off to you.
And then I told
Although
him
my
hats
hat's
to
still
Larry.
on.
Hats
I'm not
off
taking
to
my hat
Larry.
off.
Yeah, so then
I'm not taking my hat off till the Cubs fan takes his hat
he had a
off.
Hats
couple
off to
records,
Larry.
and Mikey B would have liked a lot of the ones. He had a lot of these children's records, like the Chipmunks Christmas album and
yeah.
stuff like that. He had some really kind of Goodwillish stuff. So, but I guess he went and donated to the library. I don't know.
You could have bought all his records for like 30,
He told me,
$30.
well, he's like, well, if you think like that, what do you think of the stuff I've got? I was like, that's stuff I really don't need because it's just going to fill space. And he's like, well, if you give me $20, you can take the whole thing.
Wow.
And if it was like a year
many
ago, I
records
would
you got?
have. So, anyway.
A few and some CDs.
Here, Jay, you better take these before I take them home.
Yeah.
Oh,
Bust up, Steve. What you got?
Well, I went out west, as everybody knows, and picked up a lot of records, but
Nice.
most of them I got in a thrift store.
Cool.
And then a few I got in a record store. But starting off, let's start off with this record. I have this, but this is I have the mono copy of this. This is a
Yeah.
stereo.
Nice.
This was in really good shape. I got it at a thrift store. There's a place called ARC, and I don't think it's American Red Cross. I don't know what they're. I don't know who they're raising money for or helping out, but
Raise it. As long as they're raising
it
it.
was a thrift store. They had some pretty good records. A lot of them I already had, but sorry. It's called Viva Bossa Nova by
Yeah.
Lorindo Almeida
Nice.
or Almeida.
I love Bossa Nova records.
Well, Lorindo Almeida is a really cool guy. He's the first guy to ever win a Grammy for classical and jazz performances. But this has got Naked City theme on it and a bunch of other really cool,
nice.
and done in a bossa nova vein, which is really, really cool. Speaking of Naked City, I also picked up a couple records to put me in the right frame of mind.
You got the John Zorn Naked City?
I don't have that. This is called The Sound of Midnight. The Sound of Midnight Naked City by Paul Phillips and his band.
Cool.
So it's got some really cool, it's just got that feel to it. I'm a big fan of MeTV's Sunday Night Noir.
The noir shit, yeah.
Which includes Naked City, the show. This is on Medallion Records. Another of that genre is a Command record that I'd never seen before. The cover's a little beat, but the record's in good shape. It's called The Private Life of a Private Eye.
Who does that art?
I don't know.
Oh, there's some
This is another Enoch Light and his Light Brigade record from 1959.
Man, I'd love to have that. I bet that's great.
It is. It's very good, very good. So I was real happy to get that. This one I took a risk on. It just the cover looked really cool, and it just seemed kind of cool. And anytime you talk about percussion, I'm a fan.
Sure.
It's called Percussion Italiano by Charles Magnante, I think. I don't know, it's an Italian guy, I believe. He's an accordion player, so it's accordion music. It's got an Italian feel to it. It's got kind of a jazzy feel to it. So it's all good.
Nice.
Put this on Sunday after you have your baguette.
Yeah.
How about a Herbie Mann record?
Oh, I've not seen that at all.
I haven't seen this one either.
Wow.
And it's only 2 songs on here, so they're long form and just awesome. It's Herbie Mann live at the Whiskey A Go-Go. It's from 1969. It doesn't sound like a live record, though. It sounds like maybe they just played in the Whiskey A Go-Go because you don't hear anybody. So it means it sounds great. I mean,
yeah, sure.
Technically, it sounds wonderful, and it's got a great '69 feel to it, and it's Herbie Mann. And what do we say? You never go,
No.
Don't pass on a Herbie Mann.
Don't pass on Herbie Mann,
especially if it's in really pristine shape and really good shape.
Or a buck or
this one's
two.
in really good shape.
Yeah, you don't ever do that.
A couple more. This one, it's got that crazy. What do they call it? Gatefold? No, it's not a gatefold. It's called a top-loading cover.
Yeah.
It's a gimmicky thing, and I hate it, and everybody hates it. But this is Black Oak, Arkansas. Their second album is called Keep the Faith, which Black Oak, Arkansas has had this weird kind of feel to it, like everybody, like Satanists or whatever.
Yeah, man.
They're not really, though. The Jim Dandy is the singer. That song "Jim Dandy to the Rescue." That's Black Oak, Arkansas. They got a name. The names are Goober, Burley, Ricochet, Dirty, and Squeezebox.
That sounds about right.
The last one from Jeff Beck's Blow by Blow.
Oh yeah.
Picked up that. Was happy to get a copy of that. I didn't have that one. I had Wired.
Yeah, they're all good.
Truth, I think, but I didn't have this one till now.
That's awesome.
By the way, that Keep the Faith was produced by George Martin.
Nice.
Yeah.
El George Martino.
Let me do one more.
Do it, baby.
George Harrison's self-titled album. It's not his first, but it's George Harrison's. It's in its original shrink wrap. It's in good shape. I actually have this one already. I wasn't sure if I had it or not, but I did. Last but not least, Kansas's Left Overture, which is, I think, their 4th album. And it has Carry On Wayward Son, and the fact that I drove through Kansas, I felt like I should really pick it up.
Oh, yeah, that totally makes sense.
But they're kind of proggish, but they didn't get a lot of credit and respect for that because they didn't fit the European prog mold. But they are.
Kansas really surprises me when I pick them up and listen to it, and I'm like, whoa, these guys they're doing something big here, and they're kind of getting a cornball reputation for a really good prog band.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of unfortunate because just some of their stuff is like, no just ordinary Joe Schmo band can be playing this shit. This is pretty upper level, upper echelon type stuff. Jay.
You want to do something?
With the change in my pocket, Steve. with the change in my pocket,
With the change in your pocket.
I picked this record up amongst gospel records
With the
and
change in
classical
your pocket.
records and baloney. I picked up a band called Griffin. This is Red Queen to Griffin 3, which is the third release.
I don't
from
know
the band.
anything about this band. What
I
can you-
don't know anything
What
about
can you
this
tell
band.
me?
You guys out there probably know much more about this.
Oh, you got a Griffin record. That's cool.
Yeah, it's the third studio album made by the band
It's
Griffin.
even spelled weird.
Yeah,
With a Y.
Griffin.
Let me see that.
Released on Transatlantic Records in the UK with a blue cover. White Bell Records released in Canada. The concept album basically loosed on the game of chess.
Oh, really?
Interesting. Which that's what the cover.
Okay, side one.
Look at the cover.
Opening move.
But look at the cover.
He's playing chess.
Yeah, he's playing chess.
Opening move, second spasm, lament, and checkmate.
The music, which frequently invokes a medieval mood, blends and alternates
There's a guy playing.
among Baroque, Renaissance, English folk, and progressive rock music styles.
There's a guy playing a double bassoon.
Yeah.
There's a guy playing a telly and a Fender and
So-
drums, but there's also a guy playing a recorder.
I don't
The
know.
recorder was the first instrument I ever played.
I don't know shit about this. You guys probably do.
I'm gonna put that in my pile.
No, now. Oh, now.
It's on.
But seriously, I picked that up with the change in my pocket. I picked that record up, and when I looked it up, it was $15, $20 record. Like, yeah. Seriously, it's like a record people were looking for.
Okay, you found it.
Amongst
With the change in your
literally shit. And I'm like, oh my God, this looks weird enough to where I'm gonna at least look it up on my phone.
Got to,
And
got to.
oh wow. And I literally picked it up with I'd bought a couple of soda pop drinks, and change in my pocket is what I used to buy that. Pretty cool. Oh my God, I picked up one of my things I've been looking for a long time. Grim Reaper.
Was that with the change in your pocket?
It wasn't exactly with the change in my pocket. Grim Reaper, See You in Hell. If you're a Beavis and Butthead fan, oh my God.
Is this that band? From Beavis and Butthead?
Hell, my friend. Yeah, yeah. And it's a great record. They're sing-songy, and I mean, when you first start listening to it, it's funny, and I'm like, oh my God, these guys are fucking terrible. But by the end of it, if you're still listening to it, you're just like, you're jamming. I'd be lying if I wouldn't say I was rocking and rolling along with them. They know how to make a rock record.
Okay.
The same way that Iron Maiden or Fate's Warning or anybody does that falsetto. You know, it's good stuff, man. It's good stuff. Yeah. Stuff. Hey, I went to a Goodwill. I went to a Goodwill. I don't ever bring any CDs out on the show. But let me just rapid fire these mugs off real quick.
CDs?
CDs.
Are we allowed to talk about CDs?
I found my own band CD.
Your own band CD?
Yeah, as well as a compilation that we were on back in
For
the day.
Jaeger?
Jägermeister.
Did you buy it?
No, I didn't buy any of those. But
Nobody.
I bought these. Check this out. Primus, Suck on This. Primus, Frizzle Fry. Primus, Caesar Cheese. Anti-Pop.
Wow. So you bought a lot of Primus. So somebody unloaded all their CDs.
The Killers, which I'm not opposed to. Who is that? Wilco, Butthole Surfers, Sepultura.
Sepultura. Which Butthole Surfers is that?
One I'm not familiar with.
Michael Familiar?
Michael familiar. Mudhoney, which is my
Mudhoney.
favorite Mudhoney song called Suck You Dry on it. A Fu Manchu 2-track unreleased.
On CD?
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. On CD?
Fugazi and the Pixies.
Ooh.
Right?
Wow.
This is at Goodwill. These were all $1 a piece.
That's
So
a
I
major,
just-
major score right there
Really?
in the digital realm.
Yeah, and I don't do the digital realm, but I did that.
Yeah,
Before.
you can't pass on that.
No way.
Just to stick it on your mobile device.
You can stick
Oh
it
my
on.
God.
Look at this, folks. I picked up this record. You got some more records?
I got a few more.
Do some more.
Yeah, you want me to do a few more?
Do some more.
I'll do some more. Well, then I went to, upon recommendation of our good friend Zeke the Geek,
Zeke the Geek.
found a place near a museum that we were at, and went to Twist and Shout Records. I sent you a picture, but you probably didn't.
Yeah. No.
Anyway, I picked up In Excess, The Swing, which completes the In Excess albums that I felt like I really had to have. It's from Atco Records, 1984. It's got The Message and Dancing on a Jetty. And it's another, to me, Shabu Shaba and this album, The Swing.
What year is that?
84.
84. Okay.
I was like a sophomore in college.
Okay.
Yeah. Also, I picked up a Gong record.
Whoa! What?
It's called Espresso.
I don't have any Gong.
It's the Gong played. There were 3 albums in that trilogy. This isn't one of those, unfortunately. No. But if you get one of the trilogy records, they're mind-blowing, psychedelic, heaven. Then they kind of split, and there were 2 Gongs. There was I forget the guy. I think his name's Peter Moreland, and the other guy, David. David is the psychedelic guy, and Peter's more of a jazz guy. This is his first record. Peter's it's called Espresso. And it's got a jazz kind of almost a soft machine kind of feel to it.
Yeah.
Well, I was really happy. I have Espresso too, and this is the first one, Espresso. Nice. I got a Tangerine Dream record.
Whoa! Get out of here now.
I'm gonna stay.
Seriously, get out of here.
No, this is called Tangram on Virgin Records. This marked it's like 1980, and it marked the change from their long form. And it is long form, but it also has elements of their 80s feel to it, which was more melodic.
Like a lot of their soundtracks.
Yeah.
Right.
That sounds like that side 2 something like that.
Jake, do you need the okra out of the refrigerator? I appreciate it.
The what? Okra. Then I got 2 more, actually. How many you got?
2 more.
I'll do 2 more. I'll go ahead and do mine. I got another Soft Machine record.
Oh yeah, I've got that one.
You have this one, Soft Machine 7?
Yeah, get you a piece of okra.
I'll try to do this while I'm eating okra. Soft Machine 7? It's good. Who made that okra? Is that a local company?
It's a Texas company. They got their picture on it.
Yeah, that's a 1973 release in the U.S. that has the black and white cover. The British release doesn't have that cover. It's much better. Last but not least, I got my first Camel LP.
Oh yeah.
And this is Moon Madness from 1976. It's their 4th album, and it's the last album to feature the original lineup of Camel. It's another one of those Canterbury Scene records like Soft Machine, Camel. Really happy to pick that up. Really happy to enter the Camel world. That's it for me.
Is it?
I'm gonna have another piece of okra.
Get you one of those now.
How long is this show? About 2 hours?
Probably. It's 1:30 in the morning, Jay says. But it's a 4th of July weekend. What the fuck are the rest of you guys doing? What are you doing?
America.
What are you doing? If this is your extra day off and it's 4th of July weekend, I'm not apologizing about it being 1:23 in the morning and we're doing our business.
Some people are taking the
It's America.
clothes out of the washer and putting them in the dryer.
It's just America. That's all I'm saying. All right. 2 more records. I'll pick this mug up. Real surprised to pick this up. Wasn't familiar with it.
Was it heavy?
Ornette Coleman. Of Human Feelings. It's a later Ornette Coleman. Of course. Look at this guy.
Did you listen to it yet?
Not yet. It was recorded in '79, but it's got all the elements of Ornette Coleman that everybody loves.
He just died.
Yes.
He
It's
did
got
die.
the free jazz feel into it. It's got the funk version to it. Fusion. It's right in that area, and you know it's going to be good. So, but I've not listened to it, so I don't want to say a bunch of shit about something I've not listened to so
It might really suck.
But probably not.
Probably not.
What about this? Fu Manchu, baby. 2009. I picked it up used. It's an OG. Fu's one of the biggest bands of the program that just keep us going.
That's stoner rock.
Yeah, we love the Fu.
There's a gnat in here.
Good Nat.
Natty Green.
What a great stoner rock album to just jam out to, man. We love that shit. Hey, folks, appreciate you staying with us here on Grown Man Record Night. We're going to come back with a real quick Soda Speak and Chip Chat. Stay
Energize.
Let's energize with us here on Grown Man Record Night, because
Bump. Set. Oh, wait. Not yet.
that's what you need to do, is just kind of stay with us. So we'll be right back after this business.
Get the water minute! It's going down! Ah, it's my fucking bootleg fireworks shit! Oh, Jesus Christ! Oh, Jesus! Jesus! Oh, Lord! Lord, Jesus! Oh, shit! Jesus! Oh, Lord Jesus! Oh, shit!
To help you have a grand old 4th of July, Alpha Beta's having a terrific soda pop sale. We've reduced the price of all 6-pack 12-ounce cans of Coke, 7-Up, and Pepsi. And when you buy them by the case, you get them at our cost. Yep, cases of Coke, 7-Up, and Pepsi at our cost. So you can celebrate the 4th with a bang and your favorite pop from Alpha Beta. Alpha Beta! Tell a friend.
The ladies, they will all turn out and we'll all feel gay when Johnny comes marching home. The hero's name is Johnny Reb. Hurrah, hurrah, most famous cannon you can get. Hurrah, hurrah, oh Johnny Reb is ready now. Load him up. Wow! And we'll all feel gay when Johnny comes marching home.
Be sure you get Johnny Reb, Remco's authentic Civil War cannon, $11.98, complete with loader, cannonballs, tow rope, and battle flag.
Okay, I didn't mean to cut it quite so short, but that's what I did.
Holiday.
Time for a Soda Speak.
Those were very topical.
Very topical. I try to keep in tune and on time.
Not very politically correct.
I mean, I was just trying to give everybody a voice. Is that guy? Look at that. Is that a face? Look at that. Looks like a face.
Is it Jesus in a shit stain?
I never noticed that. Isn't that interesting? Wow.
What's
All right.
actually stamped?
All right. We got a Soda Speak going. So tell us
Soda
about
Speak.
What's this guy?
This guy, our good friend Bad Benny,
Yeah.
went to Germany.
He did go to Germany.
Unfortunate circumstances. It was the death of a cousin. But he did pick up a couple sodas.
Okay.
and chips.
In Germany.
In Deutschland.
Deutschland, Deutschland,
I know they
Deutschland.
they don't give it a motherly thing like most people do. It's the fatherland.
Right.
In German. This is Mezzo Mix, and it's some kind of a. It says Colo Kus Orange. Orange. Or
So it's like an orange
I
cola?
think it's like a cola and an orange.
I think I've heard somebody else tell me about how much this sucks.
So you think this is going to be bad?
Somebody has told me how bad this sucks.
Cola.
Think Coca-Cola mixed with a sun-kissed.
RC with
RC and a sun-kissed.
It's got a.
We'll see. We'll see. What do you think about it?
This tastes like a RC. A little hint of orange.
Yeah, it's a cola with a little brightness of citrus.
More cola than it is citrus.
Absolutely, which is pretty appealing to me.
Yeah,
That's not just
I don't
so
hate
bad.
that. I don't hate that.
No, not at all. So tell me about this, Steve.
I don't know about that. Do I know about that one?
Did you bring that one? You did bring this one.
Oh, I shot a commercial for a local grocer who carries a ton of beer.
Right.
At the beer wall.
Okay.
But he also had a lot of sodas that we've not talked about. So we found a new place in town that we can resupply if we're talking about
Sure,
sodas
absolutely.
for a little while.
Absolutely.
This one is Lester Fixin's Bacon Soda.
Get out of here now.
Get out of here. We're talking about bacon on Grown Man Record Night.
That's good stuff. Give it a few seconds, Jay.
I don't
There
have
you
a
go.
mic on.
You don't have a mic on?
I do not have a mic
God.
on.
Oh my God.
Well, we talked a lot about the cola. It was
Yeah.
orange.
That's all right.
I don't know. Can I open that? Can you open that?
Can I open that? I did.
You're a man.
Oh my God, it hurts so bad. I'm such a man, but it hurts so bad. Oh, there's
So this
blood
is the bacon. This is Lester Fixin's Bacon Soda.
Oh, there's blood everywhere.
It says, "Y'all get your fixins."
Why do they say that?
Pure cane sugar.
Who knows that?
Where's it from?
Talking.
You think? Who says Georgia?
Seems to be a lot of talking.
No,
about
it's from California.
Okay.
Ha ha.
Nah, it's a lot of talking. So it's a bacon soda. Straight bacon? Just bacon soda.
Oh my God! It's like what's in the skillet after you had the bacon. It's
Oh my God. Oh my God.
that is bacon, man.
Oh my
Holy
God.
crap!
Oh my God.
What do you think of that?
Oh my God. Oh my God. That's
Jay, you
good.
want to try this? I mean, nothing's giving us a reaction like this.
It's like bacon bits.
Bacon bits, or that when you overcook the bacon to give it that hard,
That's rugged and raw.
that bitey when it breaks
wow.
up. Jay,
Yep.
what do you think?
Weigh in, man.
It tastes like those dog treats that are the bacon things.
Yeah.
Not that I've eaten one, but
Wow.
it tastes like what that smells like.
That's the most accurate soda I've ever drank in my life.
And this is
That's
from
amazing.
Lester's Fixins.
It's not amazingly good, but it's just
Amazing.
amazingly
It's
authentic.
not amazingly
It's-
good. It's amazing.
It's authentic.
And
It tastes like bacon.
This man loves bacon,
I do. That's
and you love soda. So I think you found the right soda for you.
It tastes like a soda with a devoid flavor with a bunch of bacon bits dumped into it.
It was in that gourmet soda range, like $150,
good,
$2.
though. That's good though.
Yeah, it is good. Way to
I'll
go,
have to
Lester.
say. Especially, it's a good presentation.
And he's got in fine little print up top says artificial bacon
Well,
soda.
but still.
Did it have an ingredients list on there?
It does. Carbonated water, sugar, citric acid, sodium benzoate, caramel color, natural flavor, red 40. So that's got to be the bacon. And beaver taint.
No, sir. No, sir. Okay, let's go into a little chip chat. What do we got for chip chat?
Well, I think we've got,
We got a couple of things.
yeah, I brought, by the way, I'm just going to show the bag. On my road trip, I was able to pick up some chips along the way. It's always good to travel. You can get chips in stores along the way. So I've got about 9 bags in here that we'll talk about over time, including there's one from Bad Benny from Germany as well. But we won't talk about that one today. We'll talk about this one because we've done Dinamitas on the show. We've done every flavor we had. But this is a flavor we didn't have. It's called Mojo Criollo.
Really? What's that about?
Well, it's get you some.
Okay.
It's very citrusy, not as like tomato spicy or whatever. It's more. There's more of like a. Tell me what you think of that.
I like that.
Very fresh feel to it, kind of.
What's the basis of this flavor? Is this standard in some part of the country?
Well, I saw it in Colorado. All their Mexican restaurants, they all use yellow cheese.
Really?
Yeah. We don't use yellow cheese so much here. You know what?
Do you think maybe that's the deal?
I don't know what the deal is with this. I don't know the deal.
Huh.
But they're good.
Yeah, those are real good.
I recommend them. They're spicy. They're not spicy.
No, not at all.
If you're looking for a chip like a rolled chip that's not spicy, this is a really good one.
Yeah, for sure. That's good.
Mojo Criollo.
Let me get another one of those. What's the next thing we got?
I don't know. What can you tell us about this one?
I don't know. That came from somebody.
I didn't bring it.
My mom got them for me.
Diefenbach's.
Sean from New Jersey had asked me about this brand.
Diefenbach's?
I have no idea what that is. Literally 2 days later, my mom shows up with this bag.
And this one's topical. This is 4th of July this weekend, so it's a hot dog chip.
It's a hot dog chip, and it's from a Pennsylvania company.
It's a Coney Island hot dog.
Yeah.
So you think, what's the Coney Island hot dog? Nathan.
Nathan's?
Don't do that.
What, this one? Don't do this?
What do you think about that competition? What do you think about that hot dog competition every
I don't know. Kobayashi. What? What?
Kettle chip.
What? It's like a chili dog?
Yeah. Those are good.
Those are good. I don't know if it's a hot dog.
It's something. A lot of flavor.
Different.
Yeah. But there's a lot of flavor there.
Too.
It's got a lot of stuff going on.
There's a lot going on there. Good with your Coney Island hot dog.
Of course. Why wouldn't you do that? All right. Let's get off of this.
I like the chip itself, though.
Yeah. It's a good chip. That's a real good chip. Who makes that?
Diefenbach's.
Diefenbach's?
I think
They're
so.
out of Pennsylvania.
Okay.
Good company. Literally, Sean recommended. 1 or 2 days later, my mom's like, hey, I got you these chips. And I looked at them, and I'm like, Diefenbach's. That's that company from...
Dippin' Dots?
Good.
Let's wrap it up.
Wrap it up. I'll take it.
Rap.
What are we gonna play?
Rap.
We gotta play some Jim Morrison.
I gotta play that Fu Manchu.
Got blues keyed up.
Thanks for joining us, Girl Man Record Night. Hope everybody has a great 4th of July weekend. We'll catch you next week, hopefully, with a brand new episode, some new shit to talk about.
Maybe I'll spin my one-off. So
who knows?
I'll play a set.
For the girlfriend and Jay and Steve Fever, I'm Mikey Bananas. We'll catch you next week. Girl Man Record Night. We appreciate each and every last one of you. Here on Girl Man Record Night. We'll see you next week.